Hello everybody, this is Jody with American Stroke Foundation. I am one of our program coordinators here at our Southeast and North Kansas City locations, and I am also an occupational therapist. So we have, those who have not seen the videos yet, we are just making these to give you guys some education while we're apart and hopefully hear from all you guys during this time. So last week we talked about all of the different occupational areas. There are 8 of them. Specifically, we talked about leisure, and I talked about how my favorite leisure activity is art and showed you all how to do mandala. In case you're wondering how my how-to mandala turned out, here it is. I worked on it during one of my favorite TV shows. When I was getting tired of doing work. So it was a nice break for me. Okay, so we talked about leisure. Oh yes, and if you didn't do a mandala, that is totally fine. Feel free to share what your leisure interests are. I'd be excited to hear from you guys. So today we are going to talk about IADLs, instrumental activities of daily living. So according to our occupational therapy practice framework, those instrumental activities of daily living, those are those activities that support your daily life within the home, within the community, but they're going to require more of those complex skills than just your ADLs would, those activities of daily living. So they're still essential activities in our daily life. And we have to complete them in order to maintain function and quality of life, but they're not the bare necessities such as bathing and getting dressed in the morning. Some examples would be caring for others, caring for a pet, driving, getting around in the community, shopping, meal preparation, religious expression such as praying, going to church, cleaning and organizing your house. One important IADL that I want to talk about today is health management and maintenance. So this is just developing, managing, and maintaining those routines in your life to promote wellness and health. That could be managing your medication, making sure you get the proper nutrition, decreasing those health risk factors, being very aware of your behaviors and how they impact your daily function, and physical fitness. So today I just want to do a quick stretching routine with you guys in order to promote those healthy habits and practice an IADL. All right, tune in. All right guys, let's get ready to stretch. I am doing this at night, finishing up my day. For me, I know that stretching makes me tired, more relaxed, so I thought it would be a great thing to do before I hit the hay tonight. So for you guys, you might be doing this in the morning. Maybe stretching helps you move your muscles, get more awake, ready for the day. But if you're like me and you're doing this in the morning, you might try a few tricks to stay engaged with all the stretching going on. I think that gum usually really helps, moving those jaw muscles, peppermint or spearmint, something alerting. You could also try alerting smells. So maybe light a candle that's like a citrusy or lemongrass smell. Or you could just have a cold glass of water next to you and just take a sip of that periodically to kind of just keep you awake and energized during all this stretching. So what we're gonna do is first we will do some breathing, and then we will go into a full body stretch from our neck all the way to our ankles. The breathing that we're going to do is called diaphragmatic breathing. So has a big word, super easy. We are going to be using our diaphragm to breathe rather than how you see most people breathe, because this is just kind of, we all get into bad habits and we start breathing from our chest. So we're going to try to use that belly. What I want you guys to try to think of is a balloon. So when you breathe in, that balloon's expanding, your belly's expanding, it should be getting bigger. When you breathe out, that balloon shrinks, your belly should be pushing in. okay? I could not do it at first, but I promise with practice it gets easier. And kind of one of the reasons why we are doing this, there's a lot of research behind diaphragmatic breathing. I just read an article from Harvard Health Publishing about how it helps with lowering your heart rate, but also can contribute to lowering blood pressure. So it also just think it's a great exercise to decrease stress. So let's go ahead and give it a try. We'll do one practice breath. So one hand on your chest, one on your belly. We want to sit good, but we don't want our shoulders tense. So kind of relax, but have good posture. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and breathe in. I'm expanding my belly. And breathe out. And my belly is going in. So let's do one more practice. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. So your stomach's going out and it's going back in. All right, let's go ahead and do 3 big breaths and then we'll get into our stretching. So go ahead and breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. All right, awesome job. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And again, if anything's hard for you guys, I'm going to try to do accommodations. So just do what you can and move within that pain-free range. So I'll go through everything once, but feel free to play this video again if you would like to do the whole body workout again. And we'll go ahead and start with our neck. We're going to look up towards the ceiling, all the way back. Remember, just move your neck. There's no need to arch your back with it. Good. Then come forward. Good, to center. Then we're going to go ahead and go down and try to touch your chin all the way to your chest. You're just moving your neck, but think about in your spine how all those vertebrae are inching up with it as your neck moves. Good, come up. Remember to breathe. Okay, let's go ahead and move to the right side. And if you feel good here, that's fine. These muscles are fragile, so just do whatever feels good for you. The muscles in your neck at least. But you can, if you feel good, bring that arm over and then bring the other arm to the floor. But if you don't want to do that, right here is just good. Go ahead and come up. Then we're going to go to the other side. Good. Bring that arm over. Or stay where you are. Good. Come to center. Awesome. If you're feeling dizzy, go ahead and stop there. Take a break. Get a drink of water. If not, go ahead and do some neck rolls. Go whichever way feels good to you. One more round. And go the other way. Come to center when you're ready. All right. Now, your neck is loose now. You might feel some tension in your shoulders. So let's go ahead and just tighten our shoulders up and release it. Shrug and tighten and release. Shrug, release. 2 more times. Shrug, release. Shrug, release. Okay, so I'm ready to roll my shoulders now. We're going to go up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Good. Just make sure you're getting good range. Do one more. Awesome. let's go ahead and go forward now. It's always good to do the counter motion when you're stretching. If you stretch your muscles one way, make sure the other side is just as stretched. Good, this one's kind of hard. Sometimes it helps to move your elbows. Okay, so shake them out if you need to. Let's go ahead and move on to our arms. If you have an affected arm, go ahead and take that with the other hand, and we're gonna go ahead and give our arms a nice stretch and come up. Good. A little back bend is good. We don't want to overextend though, so try to keep good posture, shoulders down, bring those arms up. Take a deep breath. If you need to take a break, that's totally fine. Bring your arms back down. If you're feeling good, bring them back up. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the side. Let's go ahead and move to the side. We're moving our trunk a little more. Awesome. Breathe. Come to center. Let's do the other side. Don't forget to breathe on these. Good. Okay, we're going to come back up. Okay, go ahead and bring your arm down. Now what we're going to do is try to do some twists with our trunk, and we're going to go ahead and turn. If you have an armchair, you can hold on to that. If you have an affected arm, you can still stay holding on to it and twist with it. Good. If you don't have an arm, you can try to reach for the back of the chair and twist. Awesome. Okay, come to center. Okay, so we did our trunk. Now we're gonna move our torso. We're gonna move to our legs. So what I want you to do, and remember when we're doing our legs, because we're gonna be working our hip flexors. If you've had surgery and you have precautions, remember to keep those into account. Only do what is in pain-free range of motion for you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and lift one leg and try to hold that. We're gonna stretch underneath our leg here. So if you can't get it very high, that's totally fine. If you can get it up high here, that's good. But if you can only go to right here, totally fine. We're just gonna try to stretch that leg. Awesome. So once we get a good stretch here, we're gonna try to cross our leg over. So if you can, I'll show you two ways. So if it's hard to get your leg over your knee like this, and hold this stretch, because we're trying to stretch the side of our leg now, you can go ahead and straighten that leg and you can just cross over. So we're just gonna try to get that cross and then pull up with our arms, okay? So if you can't do that, no big deal. You can just try to do a simple cross down here. So while we're crossed over and we're stretching, the next one we're going to do is stretch the inner part of our leg. So we're gonna put our knee out, and this might be good for you, just sitting like you're reading a newspaper. If you want, you can kind of lean into it. So stretching the whole inside part of your leg. And if you can't do that, no big deal. You can straighten that other leg, kind of like this, and just get as good of a stretch as you can. Just practice crossing it when turning out, okay? Okay, so once you have a good stretch there, go ahead and switch, and we're gonna do the same thing on the other leg. Not that yet. We're gonna bring this leg up, okay? So we're gonna hold it as long as we can. If you just wanna practice lifting it, no big deal. Just trying to get a little bit of a stretch. And then we're gonna bring that leg over like we did on the other one. It might help to lower your arms down if If you can't get over that knee, remember, straighten that leg. Just work on a simple cross. Whatever is comfortable for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and do what we did on the other leg and kind of reach into it. And you're going to stretch, kind of giving those hip flexors a stretch. Good. Okay, so, and if you can't do that, remember, we're just going to practice down here, but opening up that knee. Awesome. Good work. Okay, so let's go ahead and move to our hamstring. So you might need to back up a little bit for this one. You're going to put your heel on the ground and toe up. What works for me, I might need to scoot forward because I'm short. So what works for me is the shin. I feel like that's a good enough stretch. I could go to the toe. That kind of hurts a lot. Or you can just stay at the knee. Whatever works. Stretch here. So, and then switch. Awesome. And depending on how long you want to hold your stretches, sometimes people like to hold them for a minute. They usually recommend 30 seconds to a minute for each stretch, but honestly, just doing whatever you can. If you can only hold it for 5 seconds, that's awesome. Just moving is great. Okay, my last thing I like to do is toes to the ground, then flex them up to the ceiling, toes to the ground, up to the ceiling, toes to the ground, point up to the ceiling, toes to the ground, up to the ceiling. Good. Awesome. And remember, if you have that affected leg too, you can always cross up and then point down. So, point down, toes up, point down. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and end with a deep breath and then we'll be all done. So remember, hand on your chest, hand on your belly. We're going to go ahead and breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Awesome, guys. Well, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I can't wait to see you all again. All right, bye.